I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link, and this is the WIRED Autocomplete Interview. I thought you were going to do it.
But then right when he came up here and we spoke, we decided that you were going to
I was looking at his shoes.
What did Rhett and Link do before GMM? We graduated from college. We became engineers.
Yes.
We made the logical transition to full-time Christian missionaries.
Yes.
Then we made the logical transition to full-time YouTubers.
We made music videos. We made internet stuff. And then we made Good Mythical Morning, so that's it.
Yeah. What degrees do Rhett and Link have? I tend to run a little bit cooler than the average person. Legitimately.
He has a degree in comedy, can
90.
you tell? I have an industrial engineering degree. I designed not the making.
What is that?
What did I do? He has a civil engineering degree.
I have a civil engineering degree. What rings do Rhett and Link wear?
People call this our friendship ring. It's an Aura ring, not a sponsor, but we did invest in
Yeah,
Aura
we did,
ring.
we did,
So
we did.
I mean, they're not paying us to say it. It says wear it on your index finger, so we both got these rings and we both put them on the same finger, and people think that it's a friendship ring.
And we're fine with them thinking that.
And we're fine with them thinking that, but it doesn't seem like I am. This is my wedding ring.
This is my wedding ring.
We're each married to a wife.
What time do Rhett and Link film GMM? We begin filming at 2 a.m. Pacific time every single day.
Right.
Live to tape, it is edited, it is spit out on the internet immediately. At least that's what people seem to want to believe, so that's what I'm telling you.
But we get to start our weekends early
Right.
for that reason. What do we have here?
When did Rhett and Link?
When did Rhett and Link get popular? I mean, that's better than how on earth did Rhett and Link get popular?
Well, you don't know, that might be next. I think it was freshman year in high school.
Yes.
When we somehow talked those sophomore girls, Tabitha and Jamie, into being our girlfriends. And everybody was like, well, hold on now.
And Rhett's parents had to drive us to the movie theater.
All four of us in the back seat. How do you fit 4 high schoolers in the back of a Dodge Dynasty? I don't know, we did it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little smush action on a first date. You know
And then
what I'm
when we
saying?
were on the way back from the movie, it got a little bit quiet. No one knew what to say. And Link said, it sure will be nice when they make this road 4 lanes.
And you know what? They did make it 4 lanes,
Wait,
and it was nice.
It was nice, but it's not like you made it happen.
Pull the next one.
Okay. That was...
And read it to me, because I can't read it.
When did Rhett and Link deconstruct?
When did Rhett and Link spiritually implode?
You want to be serious about this for a moment?
Sure will be nice when they make this road 4 lanes.
Our spiritual deconstruction was a long, grueling process.
Painful
The most
in many
difficult
ways.
thing I've ever done in my life.
Me too. We were steeped in Southern Bible Belt evangelicalism, like the tea bags that we were.
Please continue with this analogy.
Well, we brewed for a long time, and then we started to weaken and seep out. It was a long, painful, scary process, and I'm glad I was there for Rhett through the whole thing, because I don't think he would have made it
Thank you, Link.
without me. I'm very grateful for where I came from and who it made me to be, but also the parts that I shed over the years. So I'm in a good spot now.
Me too. When is Rhett and Link's birthday?
Well, we don't have the same
one.
birthday. I mean, we did have the same first girlfriend.
And
We also lost our virginity in the same hotel. Which
not the same hotel room though.
I don't
not
think.
at the same time.
Not at the same time.
1 year apart.
1 year apart.
Link had to get Tim, one of our friends, to go to the CVS to get 3 types of lube. Why do you need 3? Why?
I was like, bring options,
Okay.
and a lot of it.
I sort of
What?
made things happen that, we didn't need a drugstore to be involved. When will Rhett and Link retire?
How can you retire if you don't have a job?
That's good, Link.
I mean, we're sitting here living the dream. At a young age, we were literally dreaming about this in abstract, not really knowing what YouTube could be, or that anyone else would think we were capable of being entertaining or engaging.
Well, I think that every YouTuber is on a collision course with either retirement or irrelevance. And we've been running
from both forever.
Right. So we'll see which one gets to us first.
Yes!
Would you like to peel?
How are Rhett and Link as bosses?
Well, I would say, A, figuring it out as we go along. There did come a point where we were like, I think we're running a company. Maybe we should read a book about that.
Right. We were not just leading our audience of fans, but we were leading a group of employees and building a culture. I mean, once you start to realize that the actions you take have ripple effects through people's livelihoods, it becomes very intimidating. And it makes you read a few books. It makes you hire some coaches. Why did Rhett and Link sell Smosh? You know, their future was extremely uncertain. We ended up buying Smosh and creating an environment where they could stay on their feet and grow.
Anthony came back into the picture, met with Ian. They came to us and said, hey guys, what if we bought this thing back? And we were like, we think that would be amazing.
We continue to want to be a positive force in the creator community and share what we've learned and expand what mythical means, but also benefit other creators and kind of show the way as we're fumbling forwards lots of times, honestly. Are Rhett and Link no longer best friends, or just friends? Doesn't even say best.
You had a little best in there. I think that people have this tendency, they want to believe that it is an impossibility for two people who have been friends since they were first graders, who have worked together all this time, to still actually be friends when their friendship has become monetized. I think I understand why people would think, well, really, isn't it just a business now? What we ended up realizing is that we actually have to focus on the friendship apart from the business in order to make sure that the friendship doesn't just exist for the business. I actually think it's a really healthy thing that we have to keep coming back together and we have to keep having a good time together, because then we end up having a good time together.
We can't help ourselves, can we?
Right.
You got to saddle that horse.
That's right.
Rhett and Link, inspirational quotes.
Okay.
What? Oh,
a man once said,
I just need some inspirational quotes. At the intersection
of doubt and hope is where growth happens.
When life gives you lemons, make orange juice and let the world wonder how you did it.
Wow, I'm actually kind of inspired by that.
Yeah, I can't help myself.
Oh.
Oh, I get to rip them again. Who owns Rhett and Link? In the context of Good Mythical Morning, using the parlance of our times, I would say that Stevie owns us quite frequently.
Puts us in our place.
Yeah. She called us boys for a long time, and then Rhett had a problem with that. So then she started calling us everything else under the sun. I think she called us queef biscuits once.
She did that. I actually kind of like that one.
So nobody owns us.
Mythical Entertainment is an independent organization owned by
me,
us,
and him. Who's Rhett? And who's Link?
Our first thing that we ever did was perform live comedy music. I played a guitar. I'm right-handed. The neck of the guitar goes this way.
It would be right here, so I didn't like that.
And then we went and performed at this
But we were
place.
always known as Rhett and Link.
Yeah, but they had a Rhett and Link logo on a screen behind us one time we were performing, and we're like, oh, now I realize that they're gonna think that you're Rhett and I'm Link.
And that's the last thing I want, is for people to think I'm Rhett.
Right. And so we switched places, and we have stayed that way ever since.
When you get stopped in public, what do people call you?
They call me Rhett.
They call me Rhett too.
Yeah.
Why don't Rhett and Link
That's a long one.
feed themselves?
Oh, yeah.
Why are these grown-ass men getting employees to reach on the camera and feed them?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Speed.
We thought it was funnier that way.
Even when we're on another channel,
Right.
there's a hand ready to feed us.
KG has very, very clean hands. I don't. Link doesn't as well. And when you've got dirty hands and you eat food, what happens is you taste your hands. You just want to taste the food. You don't want to taste hand.
Rhett and Link, handshake. Our senior year, we went to prom.
And we didn't dress up much in those days, so when we put on tuxes, especially tuxes with tails, when you're dressed in that fashion, you feel like you need to shake hands with someone who's also dressed in that fashion.
I bet you we didn't even talk about it. I bet you it's just something that just happened, you know? It's
Well,
like, hey, my girlfriend's dad taking our picture, and we got tuxes on, so, I don't know, you just lift a leg. Every time we take a photo.
Every time we dress up.
on like a red carpet, you know, because, I mean, we practically live on a red carpet. we always do that pose. It's the pose. Rhett and Link, blood oath.
This was when we were, between 14 and 16, we went out to the cow pasture that we frequented. We basically had this discussion back and forth, and we decided we were gonna do something big together.
But we wrote it down on a sheet of paper, and then we got a sharp rock,
That was all that was available.
and we cut our fingers, and we signed oath in blood.
And because people are now Googling this, I feel like we should create an image for people. So when they search Rhett and Link Blood Oath, they can actually see it.
We have a box cutter.
Okay. We'll do it. We're going to do it later.
Okay, Link, you got your own board. This is what people are wondering about.
People
Link
want to know about me, not about you.
Neal the Third. Three eyes.
Link Neal, I.
Yeah.
Charles Lincoln Neal III, that's me. I've always gone by Link. Except my Nana would call me Little Link because her husband was Lincoln. Pull me off. I mean, just let's keep going.
Why can't Link Neal use knives?
Yeah, what's up with that? Because sometimes I get my hand on a knife and things go sideways.
Sometimes we do let him use a knife. We gave him a knife on his birthday. It was like giving a little baby a cake. It was beautiful. Is Link Neal a DJ?
Oh, enough about me, a little more about me. I am not a DJ, but my alter ego, Elkhound Snuggle Baby, is a DJ. He's not charging money for the parties that he DJs because he just doesn't think he can.
What does Link Neal's tattoo say?
This tattoo says, "Ahoy, Bigordic." It's Elvish. It says, "You're special." It's a matching tattoo that I have with my daughter. She was like, "Dad, I want to give you the gift of us getting matching tattoos for my birthday," I believe it was. And that's how I got talked into getting a tattoo. And then I couldn't stop. I could talk about me forever, but... Oh no, the Rhett board.
My turn.
What shoe size does Rhett McLaughlin? Answer that, man. Oh,
Where?
where?
I don't know if this is going to disappoint you, but it's only 12 and a half.
You're lying, dude. You're wearing 11.
What are you talking about?
We have the same shoe size.
I wear a 12 and a half. Are you crazy?
Let me see. Take the shoe off.
So-
What size is it?
Well,
hold on. Just what size is the shoe?
This is a 12 because not every brand makes a 12 and a half. I just stand up for the truth. I'm all about justice.
Rhett McLaughlin basketball record. Oh God.
How much time do you have? I mean, I can't go outside without people coming up to me and saying, hey, are you the guy that holds the single season 3-point record at Harnett Central High School from the year 1996? 77 made 3-pointers in one season? What? You're so tall. You have a 12 and a half shoe. How does a guy like that make 77 threes? Wow.
Rhett McLaughlin smile.
I can also smile with my mouth open, but you won't see my teeth.
I think that's what it should be. Rhett McLaughlin teeth. Does he have any? Rhett McLaughlin hair routine.
My hair routine is wake up, put a little water on it, put some curl trigger on it, walk out the door.
You gotta get the curl trigger if you wanna get the girls triggered. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it says on the bottle. That's all the boards.
Hopefully we won't regret anything that Link said today.
I am just flattered that people Google us. Thank you for being interested in me. And him a little bit.
Yeah, and me.